haven't focused on that much.
Pacquiao missing with the right hook, goes back downstairs. Straight left hand to the body has worked early in this first round.
Less lateral movement from Pacquiao than we would have expected.
Mosley told us we'll have to come to him. Now Mosley lands a straight right hand to the body.
That was a solid right hand to the body, and Pacquiao answered with his own left to the body.
Strategically, the way this fight is being fought so far isn't bad for Shane Mosley because he's not.
Right hand by Mosley, blocked by Pacquiao.
Shane Mosley's positioning himself well. He's got his left foot outside the right foot of Manny Pacquiao and making it difficult for Pacquiao to...
In blue, Sugar Shane Mosley, the challenger. In black, two legends in the ring.
Pacquiao's case, those last 12 opponents have all been champions or former champions. And Shane Mosley's fought 15 different world titleists at various times in his career, so they are in always with good competition. Pacquiao's lunging with that left hand to the body, a bad move by him.
Yeah, it seems like he can't really measure Shane Mosley at this particular time. The jab seems to be ineffective, and I think Shane's speed somewhat has Pacquiao a little nervous. Not nervous, but a little, how would you say it? Cautious, right.
And there is a start of some combination punching by Pacquiao. Some are very surprised at, I think, probably the pace of this fight early. But I think this pace is helping Shane Mosley. People thought Mosley had to come out fast. What he had to do was come out and control the ring, which to some degree he's doing.
Come out smart. I mean, not fight harder, but fight smarter. And I think he's having some success.
Yeah.
But right now, it's still a fill-out round.
Yeah, exactly. And Pacquiao's probably a little busier.
Nice 1-2 combination by Mosley. Backs up Pacquiao. That straight left into the body, though. Ooh, beautiful three-punch combination now by Pacquiao.
And that got Shane Mosley's attention.
That's when Pacquiao's at his best.
Watch it.
Pacquiao continuing to go downstairs, making Mosley drop that right hand.
Manny Pacquiao's fighting, though, this fight more like he used to when he was down fighting Morales and Barrera and those fighters. Straight line fighter against Mosley.
Now Pacquiao, right hook followed by straight left.
To throw those excellent combinations that we know he's capable of. Starting out with the jab, then the right hand, left hand, and then the right hook behind it. And continuing to work with the jab. Here's where the heads bang together. Both men coming in with the heads. Thank goodness there wasn't a big cut from that. Pacquiao starting to get his rhythm in that last round, and I thought generally had a pretty good round.
And Manny Pacquiao's wife, Jinky. They have 4 kids, 2 boys, 2 girls. This is an old story for her. She's been ringside so many times. Oh, nice right hand by Mosley. Backs up Pacquiao. Manny moving forward, though. A lot of head and shoulder movement. Trying to get closer.
Counter-punching is going to be the key in this fight. You know, we talked about it a little bit before, but he's shown some ability to nail Pacquiao on coming in. He's going to have to do that consistently in this fight.
You just wonder if Mosley at 39 can still pull the trigger. Pacquiao, that looping left hand.
See, right there.
There's a left hand, and it drops Mosley. Just like that in the 3rd round. Sugar Shane is hurt.
Come to me.
Only inverted Force 1. Pacquiao stalking. Now Mosley.
Cobwebs, you got to give yourself time.
punching.
Down for the third time in his career by that straight left hand. It will come from Manny Pacquiao. Sets it up with a jab and a feint and lands a good straight left hand. And that punch hurt Shane Mosley. It wasn't just a knockdown that sent him down. Using the jab and the straight left hand, a classic combination, and Shane Mosley in trouble.
But it was that beautiful feint that he did before he did anything.
Exactly.
And it
It's Bella Gonzalez, Shane Mosley's girlfriend, with a look of concern
there and the way he lunged forward.
Mosley not moving his hands now, although he does land the jab.
The minute, another nice left. The minute Pacquiao started to throw combinations, just
step into the side, left or right.
And in round one, Mosley was countering, but he stopped in the second.
Right hand getting through for Shane Mosley.
That was a beauty.
Pacquiao now with a great rhythm. There's a body shot by Mosley.
Even as a rangefinder.
Nice body shot by Pacquiao. 50 seconds to go in the fourth. Scheduled for 12 for the WBO World Championship.
Antonio hit on it when he pointed out that the feint was most important when he scored the knockdown. He gives you so many different.
Now Mosley answering. Looks like he got the left hook through at the end of the combination.
That's the first three-punch combination Mosley's thrown in this fight.
10 seconds to go in the fourth.
Here is the slip that happened in this round. That Shane Mosley would hit the deck only because of balance. Certainly no knockdown there. And even though it was a round that Pacquiao probably won, there's the three-punch combination that we saw from Mosley. They didn't all land, but it showed us that when he opens up.
Right hook landing for Pacquiao.
Pacquiao wearing yellow gloves. It's a sign of unity for a group in the Philippines, helping to try any numbers we're used to from him, but there's still clearly he's out punching Mosley in terms of number of punches, more than 2-1.
Yeah, if Mosley's going to dare to be great tonight, he's going to have to take these risks that a lot of people don't want to take, because it's a chance that you could get knocked out. But, you know, no risk, no reward. He got to lay his butt on the line tonight.
Yeah, you couldn't have put it better, Antonio. And there's that straight left again from Pacquiao. He's starting to get that punch in with regularity.
And I think something that help him tonight is, and no one has ever punched when Pacquiao punched.
Right.
I mean, give him something to worry about.
Double right hands to the body by Mosley. Mosley very defensive, as you mentioned, Antonio, in this fight so far.
Yeah, it seems like every time Pacquiao lets his hands go, Shane Mosley goes into a shell and waits for Pacquiao to stop punching.
And that doesn't work against Pacquiao. It was bad for Clottey, bad for Margarito, and bad for Cotto.
Now Mosley will step off. .30 seconds to go in the fifth round, scheduled for 12. Shane Mosley knocked down at 145 in the round number 3 from short left to the chin. Left hook getting through for Mosley. Mosley's keeping his hands up really high, Antonio.
And that punch got...
Again, this is where, and this has been a recurring theme in this fight, their heads would bang together. And Shane Mosley got the worst of that one. Pacquiao's head went right on his eye for them, and they thought he was did a good job of being Shane Mosley.
And Naseem Richardson telling Mosley that they had figured it out now.
Well, one of the big problems is, figure it out or not, he's going to have to throw more punches because he's being out.
Landed a couple of nice stinging jabs, but nothing behind it.
Pacquiao, those punches being blocked by Mosley. And uppercut getting through for Pacquiao.
Mosley has to take a stance when Pacquiao's coming and fire back at him and see what happens.
You know, this is not the most precise performance we've seen from Pacquiao, but he's winning these rounds on his sheer
Junior.
After round 2 when he hurt him. To some degree it is.
Yeah, and that was a fight that really, leading up into this match, no one really spoke about. You know, but in the back of my mind, you know, Shane came in with the same type of confidence, and I wanted to ask him what happened.
It's as if Shane's looking for that one big counterpunch, but as you pointed out, Antonio, he's not counterpunching when Pacquiao punches.
Yeah, that's a risk right now that he hasn't been willing to take thus far.
Pacquiao moving. Looking for an opening against a very defensive fighter that won't take any risks.
And Shane's a very clever fighter. That's why Pacquiao's percentage of landing is not as high as he'd like.
Right there, it looks like Shane landed the best right hand of the fight while Pacquiao was trying to...
Wow, honest talk from the Zim Richardson in the corner. And Manny Pacquiao attacking and landing a beautiful uppercut from an odd angle. And that was one of the best punches of the round by either fighter. Although Shane Mosley had a couple of good right hands mixed in that round.
Pacquiao down the middle.
You know, Margarito was able to hurt him with body punches. Pacquiao, Mosley has not gone to the body almost at all in this fight. On the press row, scoring, of course, unofficial. Tim Dahlberg of Associated Press, Chris Mannix of SportsIllustrated.com, and Lance Pugmire from the LA Times, all with a comfortable lead for Pacquiao. I have Pacquiao winning this fight as well. How about you, Antonio?
Same thing. I mean,
got him 59-54.
Yeah, the knockdown 2-point line.
Yep. Mosley, and I repeat that number because the sheer number of punches are the issue. Though that's a lot less than Pacquiao normally throws in fights.
Pacquiao getting a little more aggressive. Pacquiao has been the fighter that has moved forward since the very beginning.
Pacquiao has been circumspect in this fight, I think is a good way to put it, about attacking a lot. He's picked his spots and he has attacked, but he understands that there's the potential for the counterpunch from Mosley, and even though it hasn't come as much as he would have liked. Good left hand by Pacquiao.
I think even if it comes, I don't think Pacquiao right now is really leery of Shane Mosley's power because he hasn't really landed anything significantly.
Probably not, and it's probably just Mosley's ring IQ that Richardson talked about that's allowing him to make this defensive fight.
Well, I'll tell you what, if Shane is not willing to step on that gas, I can guarantee you Pacquiao is going to step on that gas.
Third time in this bout, we had heads banging together. It's astonishing, actually, there has not been a cut resulting from this. But there wasn't, and so that is good. And Freddie Roach wanted combinations from Pacquiao, and even though they're awkwardly thrown, he is throwing lots of punches. Now, a short right hand got in by Mosley, but Pacquiao putting the pressure. Miguel Cotto got it with some big punches. Margarito hurt him to the body a bit. But, you know, it's not the old Manny Pacquiao that gets hit with a lot of punches as he did in those early days, fighting the likes of Morales and Barrera and Marquez.
And I personally, man, I have a great deal of respect for Sugar Shane Mosley. And, you know,
look at the power punches and Manny Pacquiao with a huge edge there.
Right there. He needs to stand his ground and fight rather than just right there. If you're going to fight, make an angle, make a move, but don't just back straight up. You're retreating.
And that's what Nazim Richardson has been asking him to do, but at 39 years old, your mind may know what to do, but can your body do
here in round 8? And I agree with Antonio. We're going to see Pacquiao probably step on the gas here and really go after him, which he's trying to do in any case. But Shane Mosley is a very clever fighter, and that's why he's able to hang in there, and he's never been knocked out. That's part of the reason.
Yeah, he's really smart. He's going to know when the heat is on. He's going to know how to retreat and get out of there. But, you know, we came here tonight to see Shane Mosley lay it all on the line to become a living legend by upsetting one of the most, best champions to date. And we're not seeing that.
You're 100% right, and that's on Shane Mosley.
Now Pacquiao going to the body and upstairs again. Seconds to go in the 8th round for the WBO World Championship.
And I'll tell you something.
One-sided affair, all Manny Pacquiao against Shane Mosley.
I'm sorry, Gus. I'll tell you something else. Manny Pacquiao has been just a little. His technique is not quite as good as it's been in the last few fights, and everybody's entitled to that. And so because of that, he's just not quite landing exactly the number of punches it would take to keep Shane Mosley in trouble, even though he certainly is winning every one of these rounds.
And I would say, Al, you're right. Ooh, nice one now because he's not fighting.
You're 100% right.
Seconds. Very concerned.
Oh, boy.
And on the other side, Jinky Pacquiao. Very confident look.
Like the fire under Shane Mosley.
Yeah, that was a psychology class right there. He's trying to really give Shane the confidence to go out here and take these necessary risks in order to turn the tide in this fight. But that's a big thing to ask of a person when he's in there facing Manny Pacquiao.
And the problem is it didn't look like on Shane Mosley's face he was buying into it.
No. Now we know that this fight, Shane Mosley's career, hasn't been a bigger fight than this since Oscar De La Hoya.
Right.
I mean, if he don't perform up to our expectations, where do he go? Is there another big fight out there for Shane Mosley?
Not unless he can make this a more competitive fight, and I mean big time in the next 4 rounds. There's a big right hand, or at least an attempt by Mosley.
And sometimes it's not about if you lose, it's how you lose. He has to lose good here if that's the case. There you go.
Exactly. Mosley's attacked in this round a little.
Good jab. The jab has been working really well in this round, but he has to follow that up with something.
And, you know, Manny Pacquiao is attacking in a very awkward fashion, not as efficient as he might be, but he throws a lot of punches and gets the job done, as he does there.
And this is why it's been so hard to really give Mosley a round, because Pacquiao has these bursts that he throws 3, 4, 5, 6 punches at a time.
And a good straight left hand a moment ago by Pacquiao, one of his best punches.
Now body shot. Pacquiao, he goes upstairs as well. Oh, another straight left hand by Pacquiao that connects solidly on the chin of Mosley. Pacquiao trying to really speed up the tempo. Mosley, nothing on his punches.
There's the right hook of Pacquiao. It's not his best punch, but there is another one. When he throws it, it's a very impressive punch.
Yeah, he's throwing that right hook to open up that left hand.
Yes.
Because he sees that Shane Mosley's going to go straight back.
Right hook getting in, followed by a straight left hand, backs up Mosley. 9 seconds to go.
And there's the angles, but instead it's Mosley really just in front of Pacquiao, taking those straight left hands. And we look at it in the super slow motion to see the jab used as a rangefinder. Now, ironically, Mosley was throwing and landing a jab at the same time, which is what you talked about, Antonio. Punch.
Right now, I think Floyd Mayweather should be itching in his seat to finally step up and show the world who is the very best fighter in the world today. It's out of 2 people, Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Who do you like in that fight?
I like like Floyd Mayweather against anybody, you know, and I like Pacquiao against anybody. So, you know.
Very well, Manny Pacquiao, but he's done very well. And, you know, so there's going to be a lot of analyzing and post-fight reinvention of what happened, and it's going to be interesting. But there's no question about one thing: Manny Pacquiao is winning this fight.
Pacquiao said that it would be a feather in his cap as Mosley says he was headbutted. Pacquiao saying that it would be a feather in his cap to knock out Shane Mosley, who's never been stopped. Mosley now wobbling a bit. Pacquiao getting closer.
Everything he's throwing, he's covering up first, and he's not punching.
And they're going to call that a knockdown. Wow.
It didn't seem like the referee was going to call it until the outside ref started counting. That was not a knockdown.
Interesting. Certainly Manny Pacquiao didn't think so.
Manny Pacquiao has been knocked down 4 times in his career, now 5.
So it was not. And it's Pacquiao trying to close the show strongly in this round to show it wasn't a real knockdown.
28 seconds to go in the 10th. Shane Mosley takes a straight left hand by Pacquiao. Pacquiao, frustrated, wants to fight. Mosley trying to find a place to hide. Mosley on his
Replays to see, and we will see whether this looks like a knockdown. It's a missed right hand, and there's no question that was not a knockdown. There was a right hand thrown by Mosley. It just doesn't look like it landed. We'll look at it again to see if we can tell.
You know what? Pacquiao actually threw the right hand, and it seems as if right here,
Yes.
Mosley just pushed him off.
No question, that was not a knockdown.
And Bayless,
I have to say, Kenny Bayless had a pretty good look at that, too.
but Bayless wasn't going to call the knockdown until the outside referee started counting.
And then Manny Pacquiao, very annoyed by this, came back with some big shots toward the end of the round.
finish. Shane Mosley, the 11th round for the WBO World Championship. The Pac-Man in blue, the champion. The challenger, Shane Mosley in black.
Manny Pacquiao's got a gleam in his eye now, and if you're wondering how well these fighters do over 12 rounds, Shane Mosley's record is 5-6-1. Pacquiao is 6-1-1. So,
And Pacquiao's going for the knockout now.
Pacquiao going for the kick.
in his career.
And I'm kind of disturbed by the fact that Mosley, being such a great champion, he said he was in great shape, that he's in total retreat right now.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to give Pacquiao all the credit in the world for truly just really
Right hook.
He's imposed
Straight
his will.
left hand by Pacquiao.
executing his game plan tonight.
Yeah, Pacquiao's just imposed his will.
Manny. 140 to go. As the fans start to chant, knock him out. Now Mosley with the hook.
And thought they was going to solve this Rubik's Cube. It's still
Still unsolvable.
unsolvable.
Couple of problems, just a little, in terms of him throwing the number of punches, but clearly it has not been enough for Shane Mosley, and with no punches coming from Mosley in this fight, it has not been enough to get him close to a win. Manny Pacquiao in the last round, after that knockdown that he didn't believe was a knockdown, and it probably wasn't, in fact it for sure wasn't, came out with a vengeance, and not just throwing to the head, but also the body and throwing lots of combinations. That's the point about Manny Pacquiao now. He throws so many punches at you, you can't block them all.
Kind of throws, in the MMA world, a version of the Superman.
Yeah, that looks like the Superman punch. You're absolutely right. That's a really good point. And for people who don't know, it's a punch where you literally get off your feet. And Bella Gonzalez, Shane Mosley's girlfriend, not liking what she sees during that round, and who can blame her?
Of all the sportsmanship.
The chants of Manny can be heard throughout this arena. They really want him to close the show here and see if he can knock Shane Mosley out. Of course, he had him down earlier in the fight.
And, you know, he's definitely trying for the knockout.
Yes.
He's definitely giving the people what they want.
Now Mosley. 2 minutes remaining in the WBO World Championship. Manny Pacquiao cruising. It's been hard to look good. Retreating fighter.
And on the inside, Mosley holding a lot. Output much less than he normally has at 534, but he landed 171, twice the number of Mosley.
But for Manny Pacquiao, he's taken divisions and defeated them all. David Diaz, Oscar De La Hoya, Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, Joshua Clottey, Antonio Margarito, and now...
Remember, this man started his pro career at 106 pounds. He's up to 147 fighting big punchers. It's amazing.
Right hook. Connects for Pacquiao.
And he's still going for the knockout. That's a great
win against 1 loss and 1 draw in 12 rounds. And Shane Mosley 5-6-1 over 12 rounds, so his losing record will get worse, it looks like.
And I mean, my question is, who does he fight next if it's not Floyd Mayweather?
6 seconds to go. Manny Pacquiao continues to roll on. From Mrs. Pacquiao. Very intense outside the ring.
Concern even to the endo, but more concern here by Bella Gonzalez, Mosley's girlfriend. One we believe was quite legitimate, and that was when Manny Pacquiao knocked down Mosley. He would land kind of an uppercut on the inside here, and it turned out to be a very good punch. Straight left hand. I was actually straight left hand, and Mosley was in trouble, as evidenced by that. Later on in the fight, however, in round 10, it was Manny Pacquiao who would go down, although it became really obvious that it was a push. There was no punch landed. And I'm really surprised Kenny Bayless acquiesced to the outside, timekeeper and countered for the knockdowns to make it a knockdown because he had a good look.
The WBO welterweight champion of the world, Manny Pacquiao.
So Manny Pacquiao does it again, improving his record to 53-3-2, defeating Shane Mosley to retain